think last time I left. So we're back. Why? Because I ran out of content. I didn't know do a mash shooting video. Smash shooting video. Because I don't like to cover those. I'll cover the ridiculous media outrage, but can't do one of those. It's just weird. But I tend to not like doing, mass shooting videos, or, shootings that, get, like, mainly covered and have a high, count. You know. So, yeah. But anyways, the Equality Act. Yay. But anyways, the House passes a bill to stop discrimination against LGBTQIAAQA plus people. I think that's it. But will it actually stop discrimination? And is it an invasion of our privacy and freedom? And also, what could go wrong? Anyways, let's talk about gender. So, depending on who you could ask, there could be 2 symbols representing the genders. There could be 3. Male, female-ish kind of male-female thing, and female. Or it could be man with walking stick, I'm assuming man with walking stick, woman with extra belt, pregnant woman, death, what looks like a robber, someone who has spray paint, someone who has herpes, an airline pilot, a mermaid, a Muslim woman, an alien, a cat, grumpy cat, and a fairy. And below that, it could say gender-neutral toilet. Now, sex or gender, I don't really care what you call it, I'm referred to it as gender, is illegal to discriminate by, because it's one of the protective classes. That one bill that banned discrimination for certain qualities. I wonder what it was called. Like, the Civil Rights Act. It would, actually, enter H.R. 5, otherwise known as the Equality Act. It would redefine the word sex to include sexual orientation and gender identity. It also, modifies a few other bills other than just the Civil Rights Act, but whatever. Civil Rights Act, main act. It also expands discrimination protection to housing, credit, things like that. Also, worst of all, jury service. Yeah. Meaning, basically, if you get dismissed from a jury, that's discrimination. Honestly, I'd rather be discriminated against than serve on a jury. Oh, you're gonna get discriminated against, and then you're going to regret that statement. Shut up. It also makes sure you can't be discriminated by public accommodations. No, not a toy. God. Bad viewer. But a public accommodation is any establishment that provides goods, services, or any program, including a store, shopping center, online retailer, or service provider, salon, bank, gas station, food bank, service, care center, shelter, travel agency, or funeral parlor, or establishment that provides healthcare, accounting, or legal services. Okay. So, a food bank now has to give food to a person who has plenty of food already. That's amazing. Great job, Democrats. And, well, it was introduced before, but whatever. Trump, and this bill was tried to be, Jesus, I can't speak. Trump, said if the bill arrived on his desk, he would veto it, citing poison pills in the bill that would, it would do some very fun things to some, very certain people. Supporters, ABC News, say it's a landmark legislation that would expand federal civil rights to prohibit LGBTQ and gender identity discrimination. Well, if you're being discriminated against, it's pretty hard to tell your gender identity from a first glance. So generally you're not gonna get very much gender discrimination. You know, some genderist, I think genderist person just sees you on the street. So yeah, but I see their point. Maybe some employer wouldn't hire you because of your gender. Wait, ring ding ding. Secretary. Yeah. Oh, there was a Supreme Court case saying the Civil Rights Act of 1964 already covers employment di- discrimination on gender identity and sexual orientation. Oh, it does. Meaning this law is useless. Oh, thank you, Secretary. The bill begins with a very definitely interesting list of things LGBTQ plus people are discriminated against. In other words, it's very informative, and literally not every single other group is can be discriminated against this by that way or in a similar way, and generally is excluding sexual orientation. Supporters have simple arguments. It's called the Equality Act. It enacts equality. Racist proponents of it, on the other hand, well, they support or probably well, whatever. But a major concern is about religious freedom. Yeah, because of course it's about religious freedom. Religions, I don't like covering religion, and a major point for this is directly from the bill. The Religious Freedom Restoration Act of 1993 shall not provide a basis for challenging the application or enforcement of the covered title. In other words, hey Christians, no, you gotta start having gays in your church, drag queens too. Summarizing, the Religious Freedom Act basically says, hey, if you sue the government has to say, well, this is the least intrusive way we can do this, and they might win or not win, doesn't matter. But this new bill says, hey, you don't like gays? Too bad. You can't also sue us now. Go find a hole, fill it in. Dumb. Yeah. So opponents basically argue. In other words, the Equality Act became law. No one would be allowed to claim this application of enforcement burdens their exercise of religion that the RFRA gave us the right. The Equality Act would take away. In other words, well, if your God, says these people are flawed, no, you can't believe that. So yeah, that's going to get challenged immediately, and that's going to go to the Supreme Court if it passes. Another controversial thing is how it might end women's sports. And why? Because the way I'm interpreting this, but the way it says what a woman is, basically all you have to do is say, "Yeah, sweetie, I'm a woman," and then you're a woman under the law. And the Wall Street Journal says any biological male who self-identifies as a female would, under the Equality Act, would be legally entitled to, and if not, could sue because laws and things like that, to enter a woman's restroom, locker room, or protective facility, such as a battered woman shelter. Wow, that's very interesting. But supporters of the Equality Act call, destroying religious freedom, saying things like that, red herrings, which is a very interesting term. They also point to states who have imposed certain things, and they never had a slippery slope. And some of the things in the bill have already happened, like trans women in women's sports. And what's this? Oh, and they're basically winning every single race. Oh, so that's not a red herring. And a lot of politicians of different political parties have been, doing the old whisper, 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 and the name calling, and the basically talking past each other. And oh wait, what's this? This is normal politics. And an LGBTQ advocacy group said, "They are girl, but they are girls. They are girls. Men don't compete in women's sports." This is after being asked to respond with trans women, you know, having a most likely X YX or XY, I don't care, levels of testosterone. So yeah, and there's the number one biggest problem: really broad language. Like for this, the term gender identity means the gender related identity, appearance, mannerisms, or other gender related characteristics of an individual, regardless of the individual's designated sex at birth. So, what's a mannerism? What is a gendered mannerism? Is making YouTube videos a male mannerism? Well, no, I know females who have done YouTube videos. I would actually seriously like to know what a, a, a female mannerism is, or a male mannerism is. Seriously, please someone tell me. If language itself is the debate, hi 2020, thank you. But Biden has said it's part of his 100-day agenda. And like a lot of the bills coming out of the House, the Senate may have something to say about it. But I'll be back tomorrow for another daily upload, because I've been doing those.